And welcome back, and we're on to the 10th of Jan today. Just as a bit of a reminder, if you are sort of pulling up random days, I would definitely recommend you have a go at yesterday. Yesterday was tough. Having had a quick look through today, today's not as bad. In fact, it's nowhere near as bad. But either way, usual thing, pause the video, have a go at all the questions, and I will start in 3, 2, 1, up with the first question. The first question is just testing your knowledge of index rules, so not too bad at all. I suspect for some of you, you could probably do this all in one go, but let's do it bit by bit anyway. So y to the 7 times y to the 11, when you multiply powers, you add them, that's going to give you 18. Y to the 4 times y to the n, when you multiply powers, you add them, so that's going to be y to the 4 plus n is equal to y to the 5. If you divide, you take away, so the left-hand side is 18 minus 4 minus n. Let's write that slightly neater so you can read it. 18 minus 4 minus n equals y to the 5. The bases are the same, so I can get rid of them, basically. So 18 minus 4 is 14. 14 minus n is 5. 14 minus what is 5? That tells you that n is going to be equal to 9. First question done. Well done if you got that. Next question. Okay, so we've gone good old completing the square with a not equal to 1. So in other words, there's a 2 before the x squared. What do we do? Now, there are two ways of doing this. Your teacher might have done it a different way. This is my way. If you've got the right answer, that is fine. Both methods are marked correctly. The way that I do it is I like to take the 2 out of the x squared, which gives me 2x squared plus 6x. And let's just leave the minus 3 on its own over there because I don't care about it yet. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete the square on the bit in the middle. So that's going to be x plus 3 squared minus the square of 3, which is 9 minus 3. And then let's put it all together. So that's going to be 2x plus 3 squared. 2 times minus 9 is minus 18. Minus 18 minus another 3 is minus 21. And that is the next question done. Calculate the height of the pyramid. So how am I going to do this one? Well, the way I'm going to do it is I am going to set up a midpoint here, M. And then I'm going to draw a line that goes straight across for C. And my whole approach, what do I want to do? I want the height of the pyramid. So the height of my pyramid is going to be from E to M. So E to M. And then I'm going from M to C. Well, if you think about it, the only number I have is the number 11. So I need something. I either need E to M or M to C. Well, E to M is what I'm trying to find out. So I must be trying to find out M to C. So the way I'm going to do that is look at the floor of the pyramid. And the floor of the pyramid goes from A to C to D, and it does that through the point M. And I know A to D is 8, and I know C to D is 6, which means that A to C is going to be the square root of 8 squared, 64, plus 6 squared, which is 36, which is 100. Square root of 100 is 10, which means A to C is 10. So this question has been really nice to me, because if A to C is 10, then halfway across is 5, which means that over here, I know this value here is 5. So therefore I can use Pythagoras to get this. The right angle triangle, because the height is straight up above. So therefore I can say the height of E to M. So I can say height is equal to the square root of 11 squared, so 121, minus 5 squared, which is 25, which is the same as the square root of 96, which is approximately 3 sig figs, always good, which is 9.80 to 3 sig fig. Read the question. Does it want it as an exact value? Does it want it as a 3 significant figures? How does it want your answer? Nothing's given here, so both of these answers will be acceptable. Next and final question of today. Work out the equation of the tangent to the curve as given at the point as given. Now, in a GCSE, or in a further maths GCSE, I should say, tangents mean differentiation. So even if you had no idea what you were doing when you were thinking about gradients, often just differentiating will get you some marks. So if I differentiate, that's going to be 3x squared plus 8x plus 1. I want to find out the gradient. Well, this is a gradient function. So if I say at the value x equals minus 1, that's going to give me 3 times minus 1 squared, which is 1, plus 8 times minus 1 plus 1, or 3 minus 8 plus 1 is the same as minus 4. So that's my gradient. I want the equation of a tangent, so I want the equation of a line. So I could say y equals minus 4x plus c. Use minus 1 and 2. So that means that 2 is equal to minus 4 times minus 1, which is plus 4 plus c, which means that c is minus 2, and my answer is going to be y equals minus 4x minus 2. And that is today done. As ever, like, subscribe to the video. Any comments down below, I will get back to you, and I'll see you for the next lesson. Thanks all.